Hey there. I'm sure you're going to agree with me on this. All of us face those days at workplace when every email that is routed to us or every task that is assigned to us has that top urgent or high priority clause associated to it. Isn't it? We all face such days. On those days, we don't have priority as a singular term. We have priorities in plural, wherein we juggle between two or three high level tasks in parallel because we have to meet the stipulated deadlines and the deliverables. So we end up doing multitasking or multitasking, as many of my colleagues say, and we believe that it's kind of badge of honor on our business suits. But does that really help? What does neuroscience say about it? Let's check it out. So, our prefrontal cortex is basically managing and controlling our cognitive processes, and it determines how, when, and in which order the tasks will be done. It basically controls two stages of the executive control process. Number one is goal shifting. That is when we decide that we have to switch from one task to another. And number two is rule activation. That is when we shift from rules of one task to rules of another task. So actually when we are multitasking, we are shifting from one goal to another, shifting from one rule associated with that goal to another super fast, which in psychological terms is called switching cost. Though we feel that we are efficiently doing the multitasking, but actually we are facing the consequence of such multitasking and our brain is suffering out of it. And how? So the price which we pay unknowingly for this multitasking, number one, reduced attention span. Number two, lower productivity. Number three, increase in stress. And number four, slower brain processes. You see how it affects our brain? So now if you think that multitasking is actually counterproductive, it's time to change yourself into more productive ways. Number one, do a mindful intention setting process before you start any activity. A conscious breathing and a mindful intention setting process helps us to bring our monkey mind from all over the place it goes to, basically helping us focus into the task which we are doing. Focus on one activity at a time. When you have completed that task, move on or shift to another task. Number three, schedule your day the evening prior. When you prepare your to-do list an evening prior, what happens that your brain is in that active mode? It helps you to brainstorm a number of ideas and solutions. And the next day in the morning, when you go through that to-do list, it really helps you to have a controlled and focused approach on your action items. Number four, learn how to combine your high-level activities with simple activities which are basically running on autopilot mode. For example, you're updating the management on some crucial report, you're preparing that report, so you can combine it with some printing job which is on autopilot mode. Number five, limit distractions. I believe this point is equally important for each one of us. What happens is that generally in the productive morning hours, we are chit-chatting with our colleagues or we are having breakfast with them. That is actually ripping our energy from the productive tasks, or we are checking the frequent notifications that appear on our mobile. So these things are major distractions which will really not help us to control or focus on the task in hand. Last but not the least is my personal favorite, which really helps me to gain a quick momentum and then increase my productivity. It's a Pomodoro technique. So in Pomodoro technique, I have made a small video already on this, but still I would love to explain it to you that you set a timer for 25 minutes and then you have your intense focus on the task in hand without any distractions. All right, and then you take a break for 5 minutes wherein you can just get up from a chair, move around, stretch yourself, just have a chit chat with your colleagues, grab a cup of coffee, have some water, and then come back to your workstation and start working again for 25 minutes. So you have to repeat this cycle 4 times, 25 minutes of intense focus with 5 minutes of break. So after your 4 cycle repetition, then go for a longer break for 25 to 30 minutes. So what happens, this technique really helps you to enhance your productivity, stay committed and intensely focused on the task in hand, and then ergonomically it is really very helpful for you to stretch your back and stretch your muscles and not just keep on sitting as per our sedentary lifestyles at work. So this technique is really helpful, and as I said, it's my personal favorite because it helps me to stay focused and keep my momentum up on my deliverable. So friends, if you can relate to what I'm saying and my video makes sense to you, you know the drill. Please share, like and subscribe to my channel because it motivates me to make more useful videos for all of you, especially at the workplace, and then increase your productivity and help you love your professional life. Thank you so much. Stay safe and take care.